friend, singer-songwriter Lyal Strickland.
And that's farmer, friend, and jack of all trades, Chris Horn.
And we're Those Tastebud Guys.
Oh, this is a nice looking bottle, different label, so I don't know. But it was only $23 for $7.50.
So I wonder if that's a lowland or how. And it's a Reposado.
Reposado, yeah.
So, anyhow, we was just having a discussion about how you say Reposado and not say it right.
Which it's not Resposado.
It's not Resposado, which I unfortunately have said multiple times. And it wasn't until I was watching one of our old episodes when Tyler was on her, who actually enunciates that very cleanly and says it very well, to the point I thought he was intentionally saying it wrong. And I looked it up and I was like, no, idiot, I'm the one saying it wrong.
He's probably just trying to correct us.
Sorry, Tyler. Yeah, maybe that was his subtle way as this Reposado. And I'm like, no, Resposado, man.
We do come from a part of the country where there's a town called Versailles instead of Versailles.
Yeah.
So, anyway.
Yeah, there's a lot of that going on here.
Yeah.
Okay, before we get started, we want to say a couple things as far as this episode should be releasing
soon.
Yeah, probably one of the next ones right after we come off of our week-long episode every day, which we put out because everybody's stuck at home due to the coronavirus COVID-19 shutdowns.
Yeah.
Well, now we live in Missouri and everything is completely shut down.
And we've been social distancing regardless, but now we're to the point where they're like shutting down businesses and doing the whole thing. And we both have farms to go back to, so we're just gonna record as much as we can in advance and still put out our normal episodes.
You guys can't see it, but there's actually a sheet of glass right here that keeps us separated. Anyways, so point being is what we're getting ready to do is we're going to record a whole bunch of episodes. We got a few left in the can that we have already recorded through the course of last week, and then we're going to record several right now. So
not a lot of clothing changes.
No clothing changes. I'm guessing that by the time we get to the end of this, there's going to be some really good episodes, but we'll see, because we got a lot of whiskey and tequila to do.
Yeah.
So forgive us. That being said, like, subscribe, share, all that good stuff. We're going to need it.
Yes.
And thank you guys for those that have shared with us, and thank you guys for have been subbing lately. We've picked up some more again, and that's awesome.
Yep. What are we working with today? I see that it's a nice, beautiful color.
I bought this because I liked the bottle. I'm not going to lie. It was
a little bottle.
This is, I don't know how for sure to say it. I'm going to say it the way I would say it in the United States, which is arrogant. Although it's probably Arrogante.
Probably.
That sounds Japanese. I don't know. Anyway, it's got this cool looking top. That's just big old open mouth deal.
Kind of a little pour spout.
Yeah. So I don't know. I like the bottle. It was I want to say $35, maybe it's $40.
I don't know why you're putting the cap on. Why don't you tell me more about it while I pour?
Okay, so I was trying to do a little bit of reading about it because I have never even heard of it before. It is a Anejo tequila, and I would encourage anybody that's interested in tequila to go to this company's website and take a look at their documentation on it. They have more information about tequila.
You were telling me that, yeah.
Than basically any place I've been to. For instance, I wasn't aware there is a Highland and a Lowland tequila. And this is a Highland tequila. And what that means is with the higher elevation, it have a longer growing season. And typically the agave that they use is sweeter. It's got more sugar in it. So normally your higher end tequilas come from a Highland.
Okay.
This one is called from Jalisco.
So we're assuming that the Don Julio 1942 that we had that was so delicious and cotton candy-esque is probably a Highland.
I'm going to guess it may be. Now, I would like to look into that. I mean, because that other one we had over there from the Oaxaca region, the mezcals, they're a little more punchy and peppery, and that's what they said the Lowlands was more astringent and peppery, so I'm thinking that might be some differences. So,
you're going to want to step in on this. This is nice.
Yeah, but it still kind of has a little bit of that tequila slappy around feel. So
the nose is super sweet, like honey sweet.
Do you know it takes 17 pounds worth of the tequila heart, the agave heart, to make 1 liter of tequila?
He's so proud of his new knowledge.
There's a lot to learn. I would love to go back through and learn all that. But one of those hearts can weigh up to 200 pounds.
Whoa.
So they get a lot of bottles out of that one, if they get a big one.
Man.
All right, so there is a peppery note to it. It has that tequila-esque.
It's subtle though. It's in the background.
It is subtle. It's not a big heavy.
It's beneath the sweetness. It's like sweet, and then the pepper.
There is a
just
sweet,
a little
yeah.
like on the back end. Okay, pepper comes through a little more. It's not as definitely not as smooth as the
Pepper
like
is the
fancy
first thing that it hits, but it goes away quick. And there is a kind of
It's pretty smooth.
a honeyed up sweet wash that goes over it right after that, almost kills it, and you get a little bit in the back burn again.
Yeah, it's interesting. The peppers on the front, on the taste, and on the back end on the nose. How much was that? 35?
It's $35 or $40, something like that. I just look up the price again. I've had it I bought it the same time I got Iron Root when I was down in Texas.
So that's going to be in the equivalent to like Espolon price range. Mm-hmm. I think their Anejo is about 45 maybe.
Yeah. Something like, well, actually, I think it might be a little.
Is it 35?
I was going to say, I think the Anejo was like $30-ish.
Okay.
I believe. Because we also,
this is
my friend that was with me, Andy, bought, no, this is an Anejo.
This is an Anejo, okay.
Bought one of the Espolon Anejos while he was down there. And I want to say it was a little bit cheaper than this, but I don't know. I mean, I don't think we've actually done the Espolon on here yet.
No, we haven't.
We need to.
we had a bottle of Espolon Anejo, and we drank it before we got it
very good
on camera.
For a budget one, it may be one of my favorites, but I really like this.
There's like a lemon quality to it. It's like a lemon cookie.
See, I'm pulling completely something different out of it. No. I actually get these woody notes of like this nutty pecan note.
I could see pecans. Yeah. All right, that's pretty good. I think
second drink's better than the first. So, but here's the thing. This one's strong enough. You could shoot it if you needed to, if you wanted to. It's still got enough bite.
Yeah.
You can make a shooter out of it. It's got enough smoothness that you could sip on it and get a good bite, good mouthful out of it.
It's a good shelf tequila, cabinet tequila, right?
I think this would make a fantastic margarita.
Oh, yeah.
I think this might be one that I would genuinely like to try with a higher idea. Margarita.
Yeah, because it does have a little more bite, I think, than the Espolon did. It's obviously not as smooth as like the 1942 that we had, or some of the other, the Avion.
Nothing has been, which reminds me, if you guys know of a tequila that you would like to see us try to compare to, say, the 1942, we would like some suggestions.
Yes.
As it sits right now, nobody's able to offer up anything that they like better than the 1942 Don Julio.
Yep.
I will tell you, we're looking at the Lyal. Mm-hmm. But I've not heard the best things about it, even though it's about twice the price.
Hard to spend that kind of money when you get bad reviews from it. Yeah. Do you have anything else to say about this? Pretty damn good budget.
Yeah, how'd it pour?
Anejo. Huh?
How'd it pour? You took stole my thunder. You just poured it when that's what I wanted to do.
I don't know. It still dripped down the side of the bottle.
I see it run all down the side of the bottle.
I don't know. And it's weird. It could kind of like, I don't know if this is a good thing or a bad thing. When you put the cork back on, it kind of pushes air out, and you can kind of hear it go psst.
Yeah, I heard that too, but I think that's a good thing.
Probably. Maybe that's what it is.
So I do want one more tidbit of information that I found out. Do you know why they don't put dates on the bottles? Why they don't have age statements necessarily?
No.
Because unlike wine, where you have grapes that grow for a season and then they harvest them, all of the agave plants, they only grow till they flower. Once they go into bloom, they die. Well, that flower the big flowering part of it in the middle, the heart of it, is what they harvest for it. So they have to wait till they get to a certain age, a certain size. They take them. Well, that growing season can be 8 to 12 years long.
Okay.
So when they go to pick them, you never know what, you might be picking one that was planted 8 years ago and one that was planted 12 years ago. So because the season's so wide, they don't actually have a age statement. So the only thing you get is an age as far as like whiskey is how long it's been barreled or matured for, but not an age like, even though it's much more akin to the way they make wine and mead than it is to the way they make bourbon or whiskey. And again, guys, you should definitely go visit Arrogante.
You just try all of them. Just try all the pronunciations.
Arrogante. Go find that. Look it up. They got some great information, and I learned a lot in the 10 minutes I spent reading while I was waiting for you to get back.
And you probably did too. So, until next time.
Whether it be the word you're trying to say,
the food you're eating,
clothes you're wearing,
the people that you're meeting, grab a buddy and try something.
Tequila.